episode 6. No, 8. It's 8. It's 8 for real, folks. Welcome back to the show. I am your host, Spooky Helder, who doesn't know how to work technology, and still doesn't, as you can clearly see. And wow, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I don't know if this is episode 8. I think it is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is episode 9, actually. That shows you how, Welcome back, everyone. This is We Won't Let It Go to Waste podcast. The podcast that asks the question, what is Cosmic Kitten in an alternate timeline where cats never existed? This is the podcast for Cosmic Kitten fans, by Cosmic Kitten fans, with Cosmic Kitten fans, and the rest. My guest today is a creator of music on a level that many of you cannot possibly comprehend. It is Uly Noriega of Laundry Room Recording?
Yes.
Didn't even need to look it up. I'm taking ginkgo biloba for my horrible memory. I knew I was right. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Welcome. Thank you very much for being here. How are you? I know I asked this off camera,
great.
but I have to say it on camera too.
I am amazing. I am doing great.
Awesome. Would you prefer to be called Ulysses or Uly for this show?
Everybody calls me Uly. Yeah, Uly's fine.
Uly. You have made some music with some folks in the past on the level of I even found this little thing right here. Except that I pushed the wrong button and now I can't escape. My phone is a horrible nightmare. It's this right here, which you can't see because it's all washed out. You see that? That's this guy right here. You see? Did a little bit of research.
That's me. Wowzers.
Yeah. You know what? Let's well, we'll get to that in a sec, but we're gonna keep going. Let's not. This is why I'm not paid anything to do this job, because I don't know anything. Hey, Uly, where are you from in this world?
L.A. Born and raised L.A. All my life.
And what are you doing? Whether that's work, projects, bands, anything. What are you doing right now?
I ask myself every morning, what are you doing with your life?
You and me both.
I keep busy with a lot of local bands. A lot of local bands. So I'm doing 10 projects at once.
Oh, boy.
Stay busy. And I just came off of this long. It was really not that long, but it was about 6 days of recording and mixing. So in a row. So I'll do that to myself. I'll book myself pretty tight, solid, back to back. So yeah.
So it was good that. So it was lucky that you had this little bit of time to share with us today.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, here we go. This question is going to be obvious to you, but maybe not the viewers, or maybe some of the viewers. But have you ever worked with or alongside Cosmic Kitten on something? Plan on working with them? Or are working with them on some sort of project?
Guilty as charged.
Guilty as charged, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I did their full length. One of their full lengths.
You gotta understand?
I always forget the title because it's a whole sentence.
Yes, you gotta understand the much anticipated third Cosmic Kitten album,
It's the third.
If I was wrong, I would be struck dead by Zach and Karen.
I thought it was the second, but I
Oh
could be
my,
wrong.
oh my God! No, no, no! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on, hold on.
Really bad at
Be nice
trivia.
to strangers. Lobotomy. Yeah. You gotta understand,
Okay.
and then laugh of a lifetime. Okay, that's fine.
Right
We
there.
got it.
Okay.
We got it. We got it. So
I'm really bad at trivia.
well, so am I. So am I. When it comes to music, people are like, "Hey, have you heard of this?" I'm like, "No," and then they get mad, and I'm like, "Well, you asked." How is that? How is the process working with Cosmic Kitten on that?
It was fun. It was, it was pretty serious and straight. Um, it was hard work. You know, I don't remember how we got on this subject, or I guess because I had a tape machine. I have that 24 track tape machine that they were interested at one point in their career to make a record on it. So I I met them. Actually, I started following them on Instagram, and I would follow them when I thought it was interesting that they were doing grunge.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember I was working in studios around the first wave of the grunge movement, in the early '90s, and I just thought it was funny. It's like, whoa, somebody's doing grunge already. It's
Yeah.
throwback, um, if you will. And I thought it was, I just started following because I thought it was really interesting. And then I went to see one of my friends, Mindy, was playing in, what's his name's band from, he drummed in the Melvins. Um, I forget his name.
Remember when we were talking about
Some,
trivia?
yeah, yeah. It's,
Do
what's
you
his
mean?
name? Anyway,
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
yeah, so I was there at the show supporting Mindy, um, and I see Karen, and I said, "Oh, hey!" I introduced myself because I'm like, "Hey, I've been following you guys on Instagram and really like what you guys are doing," and introduced her to Mindy, and I guess we kind of became friends, and later on, I guess Zach hit me up about the studio, had them come over and take the tour, and they were really interested in using the tape machine, you know. So it was, you know, was that the question?
Uh, yeah. No, that's fine. Are you talking about Mindy Jorgensen, like who used to be in
Yes,
Beach Kelly Pop
yes.
and is currently in what was it? Dangerously Sleazy, Dirty Cakes, Mod Pods, one of those.
Yeah, and I know her from also Dangerously Sleazy. I recorded her EP. Um, I think the guy is Dave Crover, right, or something Crover.
Yep.
That is the drummer in the Melvins.
In
Dale
Dangerously
Crover.
Sleazy.
I'm really bad.
In
No,
Sleazy.
Dale Crover was the project we were seeing where Mindy was playing drums
Oh,
for.
okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay. So, what? So this was your first meeting of Karen, but this was before. But you hadn't actually seen uh,
No, just
them
on
beforehand,
Instagram.
just on Instagram.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know if I
Sorry.
don't know if they were performing before that, or maybe
Oh,
they were. I don't know. I have no
since
idea.
2016, yeah. But
Okay.
yeah. So, uh, what? Have you seen them live?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
had I seen them
Have
back
you?
then?
No, just ever, like at all. You have,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Several times.
Have
Oh
you seen?
yeah.
You've seen?
I go
Have
to
you
their
seen?
shows a lot.
Okay. What was the first show that you saw them at that you can recall, and your first impressions of them?
I want to say that I didn't see them till after we recorded the album. I want to
Okay.
say that.
Sure.
So, but I was watching their shenanigans on Instagram, and I can't remember if they posted any show videos. I don't know. Maybe I did see them. I back then, but I think, um, it's not unusual for me after I work with a band to go enjoy the show and
Oh, for
see
sure.
how it goes.
Yeah.
So whenever, I try to get out to a lot of local shows, and they're always on my radar if they're playing. If it's easy, if I get out early enough from the studio, and I'm not feeling too beat up from listening to working on loud music or whatever,
For
you
sure.
know.
For sure. Of that first show, like what, like, do you recall any sort of like first impressions you had of them, like what you thought about? Because you already knew that they were. I mean, seeing them live, I should say, seeing them live
Uh-huh.
and in person, and all that specifically.
What was the question?
Your
What was
first,
my impressions of them?
yeah, like
Um,
getting to finally see them, like not in the studio, but like in front of an audience and all that. Seeing the fruits of
oh,
their
I thought it was
labors.
amazing. I thought it was amazing. I mean, they they're actually very well. Karen, and she's very kind of shy and soft spoken, and Zach is more, really easy to talk to, very approachable.
Yeah,
I mean, they both are, but
no, I get what you
when
mean.
they're on stage, it's a whole other thing. They're very, you know, crazy band. They're
They're
really
possessed with it.
aggressive and loud and screaming, and you know, they it's a very it's great.
Mm-hmm. So you said that you first met Karen at the at that show with Mindy. Um, when did you first meet Zach at the studio at Laundry Room, or?
Yeah, I think after that, I guess they were talking about recording, and she, I guess, had mentioned that she had met me, and then I think that's how it went. I always forget, but
Oh, that was a good
next thing
point.
you know, is a call from Zach, and they're looking for a place to record, and I had them, invited them out for a tour, and they liked what they saw in the studio, and I guess they liked what they heard, and it ended up, yeah, ended up becoming a project, which is nice.
How long did it take from like start to finish to like get you gotta understand uh, done?
You know, it's been a while, but I want to say it was maybe collectively 4 weeks tops.
Holy
You know,
shit. Okay.
it was
Wow.
pretty fast. It's a it's a pretty layered album. I mean, there was a lot of production involved, and the cool thing is, Zach knew what he wanted. He had all the layers in his head, which is good because, um, you know, it it's easier when they have a vision rather than me trying to, you know, trying
Does
to.
this work for you? Does this work for you? Does this work for you? Does this work for you?
Yeah, exactly. And I know where I'm supposed to go, but some bands don't have that vision, so you have to sort of, hey, let's do this, let's do that, and hope that they agree.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a little bit longer, but it's necessary to get the effect,
Yeah.
or to get the results that you want. So it was really easy. Actually, I was glad that he had that vision, and it just helped things go faster.
They are amazingly ambitious and dead serious when it comes to that sort of stuff, as you
Yeah,
now well know. Yeah, they don't fuck around. They're not there to play games. Um,
yeah,
which obviously
which is
must
cool.
be a godsend for you, like you just said. Yeah, which is cool because
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't, I'm on the same page. I'm all business in the studio, and I just want to get things done, and you know, it's definitely easier when there's a plan.
oh yeah, absolutely. Um, out of all the like the shows or events or whatnot that you've seen of Cosmic Kitten, whether this was online or in person or whatever, what would you what would you consider be like one of your favorites?
Hmm. Hmm. That's a hard one because I've seen him so many times. Actually, I've seen it a lot.
Mm.
Uh, hmm.
Did you get to go to Cosmic Carnival 3 this year or last year? Sorry.
I didn't. I didn't get to go to that one.
Me
I tried
neither.
to stay local. That was pretty far out. Um, I mean, there's so many shows that I've seen, and they're always so impressive. But one doesn't come to mind, and they all mix together too. So I forget where.
It's
I don't know.
true. They always have
I have a
like,
bit.
every single show is just like top quality, so it's like really hard. It's like, what's your favorite candy? You know, it's like you could say this one, and you're like, but what about this one? Yeah, but this one, and then it's like, you know, you just want to put a whole bunch of different candies in the same bag. So I get it. Um,
Yeah.
what would you what's been your favorite album of theirs thus far? You can even say the one you helped do. What is the official word of what you have done? Was it mixed, or is it like, I'm not super well versed in this
I
sort of
would
thing.
say, well, I started the record from scratch. So I recorded, mixed, and I would say maybe co-produced with the band, you know. But it was definitely from beginning to end, you know, uh, with working really closely. I like to work really closely with the whoever I'm working with.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you're on the same page, and you know you don't waste any time. You're just there, and hey, do you agree with this? If I have a
Yeah,
question, it's right there.
for sure.
It's there. And actually, I see my poster up there on your wall, the Pizza Cat poster. They played. That
Yep.
was my anniversary, the anniversary of my studio, one of them. And yeah,
Don't ask me to pan in, folks, but it's right, because I don't know how, but it's right there. I've ruined that poster, Uly,
you did.
because yeah, no, not intentionally, but I was
Well,
I went and bought some of this poster tacky stuff because I didn't want to like put holes in my wall with push pins or anything, right? And I
mhm.
couldn't find the type I normally buy, so I bought this other one. And this other one is like gum, and it has like leaked, like it should not be leaking. So the corners look like they're like covered in grease because of this. Don't
Oh,
ever buy this brand. I think it's called Home Sense, like tacky poster tack stuff or whatever. It is garbage. I have the poster, that little like printout poster from the Angry Samoans show. Same
yeah.
problem. Same problem. I'm a very
Okay.
bad
Well,
person.
I have a whole stack of those, and I have to dig them up
Oh,
because
dig 'em.
I always print too many, thinking people are just going to take them. I don't even sell them. I just give them away. And I always think, oh, people are just going to take them all, and
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
always like 50 left. And so I have a bunch.
You wait long
I'll
enough, they
save them.
might be collector's items.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have an extra one, I'll take it because yeah, I guess I could cut the corners off. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Favorite album, favorite album. Would you dare say it is You Gotta Understand, or do you have one that you like even better?
I like that album because we worked so hard on it, and I work so hard on records to the point where I'm usually end up being proud of it. So um,
That's good.
I don't mess around. I get really involved, and I want it to be the best record that band has made. And for me, I thought it was great. Also, the thing is they never mentioned, or they didn't mention on the album, is that it was done on old 2-inch tape, an old tape machine. Um, and that's not easy because you're not doing Pro Tools. You're recording on tape, 2-inch tape, um,
Yep.
and you really you could do punches and you can do fixes, but you can't do the same amount of editing that you could on Pro Tools. So this is the real. Everybody had to play and work hard to get those takes sounding the way they do,
Mm-hmm.
and so there was no cutting and pasting, and that's what that's what's cool about you know working on tape. When I started working in studios in 1991, there was no Pro Tools.
Nope.
It was just tape machines.
Yep.
It was all tape machines, so it was a different thing. Albums would take a little bit longer. Um, so yeah, it was. I mean, I wouldn't say it was a challenge, but it's a different mindset when you're recording on tape. You know, when you're recording on Pro Tools, every band that comes in, no matter how experienced or how unexperienced, they're already thinking, "Oh, I'm going to do 5 takes," or we end up keeping. They start playing, and okay, that was cool. Let's keep going. I think we can do it one more time. Next thing you know, you have 10 takes, and they don't realize that. It's like, well, how many do we have? Can we listen to the last 3? Like, well, there's 10.
Yeah.
And then I just try to keep it as seamless as possible. So I'm just hitting record as they're getting ready. So I'm not saying I never say this is take number 3 now. This is take number 5.
Right.
I don't want to get that in their head too, because that
No.
can
Do something psychological.
So yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'm really that's one of the reasons that I'm kind of proud of it, because it's harder to do.
I know that, and it's good that happened, because I know back in 2019, was it 2019 or 2018? 2019, Karen was really into wanting to record stuff just on just using a tape recorder or stuff, trying to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what you did is offer them that extrapolated to a much better degree. So I think the universe kind of conspired to make that happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it added a little excitement to wanting to work on the record. I've noticed that's what happens with I meet bands all the time, and a lot of times they had just finished doing a record, so I'm like, oh, are they going to want to do another one? And that year, I actually, if I met a band that was really cool, I would just, hey, look, I know you just finished a record, but I have a tape machine in the studio, and I think you would like the dynamic. And people go, whoa, like real tape, like tape machine. And so next thing you know, I did that year. I think I did. I want to say 10 projects on 2-inch tape.
God damn. That's almost a whole year of if each one took about 4 weeks ish. Let's just say that's 40 weeks. So let's say plus minus 40 weeks.
It was a pretty busy year, and I was doing other projects as well that weren't on tape, so I was going back and forth. Actually, I remember that year I was pretty exhausted. I was just because I won't book any off days for me. I will if I really need to, but usually I'll just I'll do it. I'll take it. I'll just keep going and then deal with it later. Pass out later.
Oh man. Going back to you gotta understand. I'm curious. How does it work? They have a cover song on that album. Loud Love. How do you go about? Do you have to go and get specific permissions to do it, or is it just how does adding a cover song to an album, does it differ in any way to just any other song that you put on that album, and then produce it and then sell that CD?
Well, technically you should. I don't deal with that side of the paperwork.
Right.
It's more of like the manager slash whoever's running the band thing. But technically you should,
Mm.
and I'm not sure how Spotify or Apple Music, like I don't know if they just if you could squeak it by, it'll be fine because I think, but eventually I think it'll be found out.
Mm.
I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure they might have done the right paperwork. I think that's a question when you do when you're doing a digital distribution these days. But I know so many different bands that would just push it through and see what happens. See what happens. No one's ever said anything to me,
Hope
so
for the best. Maybe it's
yeah.
under like some sort of transformative, whatever it's called, rules or laws or whatever, where like you're taking something and then you're changing it enough that it's like a different thing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's not changed enough. It's pretty.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, 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 okay.
So I don't know. You're gonna have to interview Zach. That'll be
That's
the be.
that's gonna have to happen eventually.
You're gonna
Did
have
you
to interrogate Zach.
interrogate them? Zach, did you ask? Did you ask them? Did you?
Did you?
That's actually that song just passed, or is it coming up?
What's
Anyway,
that?
that song actually, I almost thought it was coming up soon. Just funny enough that we were talking about it. What's your
Are you playing music?
yes, yes, it's that the aforementioned you got to understand is playing in the background, which I guess you cannot hear. Um, I hope that you will be able to hear it once this is all. I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be fine. Otherwise,
Well,
no one said anything so far. I'll put it that way. That they haven't
I
heard.
hear things in the air sometimes. So
Okay. Um, so Uly, what's your favorite Cosmic Kitten song? If it's a challenge,
hmm.
feel free to pick one from each album.
What's that one called? Is the one called Father or Mother or
Mother Father,
Mother Father?
or is it
I
Mother,
love that song.
or is it if it's Father Mother, I'm dead. I am dead. It's Mother Father. Okay. So I said
Mother
Mother Father,
Father.
right? I said Mother Father. I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. I would never live that down. Um, That's a very that one. What disturbs me in a way it's really good in the music video. Very suits it very well. And there's something about it that has this like concerning quality to it. I don't know what you get out of it personally. Why don't you tell us?
Well, I always told them that it's a dark song. It just sounds really dark to me, and also reminds me of the Alice in Chains songs that this Alice in Chains song that came out on the Clerks soundtrack. It reminds me of that song for some reason.
Oh, jeez, I have to look that up.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not exactly like it, but it has
Sure,
that
sure.
vibe,
Yeah.
you know. And I've told them that from the very beginning when we were in here recording. I would always say that. That's the one.
Got
It's
me wrong, folks.
yeah.
Check it out at your leisure, and
Yeah.
tell us. You can message any of us even as early as 5 in the morning. No problem. Yuli, right? Yuli, they can message you at 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning with their
Yes.
thoughts. Okay, good.
Yes.
Don't actually do that, folks, because
Uh,
I don't know if he goes on do not disturb mode, but I do, so I will not answer you. Mother, father. So what are some of your favorite lyrics? Cosmic Kitten lyrics.
um, you know what? I still like Broken Kneecaps is a great song. I also like Fever. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
I think the lyrics on Mother Father are really cool. Um, I'm not really good at remembering lyrics, but I'm really good with like, oh, hey, that song's great. I'm terrible with lyrics.
Yeah. Oh
Plus,
yeah. Trust me.
wrong. I decipher them wrong.
Yeah, that's me as well. You ask Zach and Karen. You trust
But
me.
I mean, but also that record is a record that I could listen to from beginning to end, and not, it's just
No
such a
skips.
great listen. Yeah, there's no fillers.
Nope.
And I love that, it sounds, the songs that are heavy sound heavy, the ones that are aggressive sound aggressive, the ones that are, it's just great dynamic all around.
Um, talking about albums, but going to the next album. What are your thoughts on Cosmic Kitten's latest album, Laugh of a Lifetime?
I think it sounds great. I think they did a great job. Um, you know, I'm a fan of it, but I still tell them mine's better.
I think that's. I think that's you're obligated to do so for sure. Have you seen
Actually,
the latest? Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, sorry.
No, the floor is yours, sir. This is your interview.
Oh, no, I was just gonna add that, yeah, I did. When they gave me that record, I did say mine's better. That's it.
That's so funny. But no, totally fair. I'm sure they understand. Uly, have you seen the latest music video for Fog Brain? And if so, what are your thoughts on it?
I think I saw it. I can't remember. I can't remember it.
That's okay. I would show it, but every time I've tried, it somehow just makes my shitty laptop slow down to the point where I'm worried I'm going to lose everything. That's how bad
What
it
happens
is.
in the video? I'm pretty sure I've seen it, because as they release things, I'll watch it, and sometimes because I'm so busy, or it comes out, and if I'm in bed or something, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch it tomorrow, and eventually I'll see it because they're promoting it. But what's in that video? What's the...
There's like the bunch of screens, like TV screens in the background, and they're each like there's like shots of them like taking turns at each other one's instruments. Like you'll see Karen at the drums, you see Jay at the drums, you see Zach at the drums, of course. You see Karen at the bass.
Is that what?
Karen at the guitar.
Is that where they have the paper mache drums and guitars?
Oh no, that was All the World.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, there was TV screens. They were switching roles. They were like changing colors. Like it was going from like normal to like red hues and stuff. Highly recommended, and I believe it's the one music video of theirs with the most views thus far. So it's broken past Cosmic Kitten records.
Awesome.
Okay, Uly, what are some of your favorite Cosmic Kitten moments? Whether these are things that you witnessed in person, like for example, Zach trying to play that Smash Mouth song on the piano. You were there for that. Maybe the telephone skits advertising their shows. Maybe the banana phone dance. Maybe it was something that happened at an actual show. Maybe it's something you saw on Instagram. Sky's the limit.
Man, I can't remember. I need to rack my memory. I mean, it's always nice hanging out with them. Yeah, he was trying to play. I didn't know it was Smash Mouth, but it was it from the Shrek movie?
Yeah.
Right?
It was All Star. It was also from Mystery Men, but I think it's more known as being part of Shrek. But yeah, that's what he's trying to play.
Yeah, I can't remember any specific things right now.
Well, hanging out is a perfectly fine moment.
It's always nice hanging out with them. Sometimes I arrive late at the end of the show because I just, last minute, oh, hey, I should just get out and see if I can catch the last three songs. And even then, it's just nice catching up when I do see them and having a drink with them and just talking shop and talking about what they're up to and the shows that they're about to do. And yeah, it's always... And also, I there's so many good moments they would all mix together. I can't, you know.
Oh, it's totally understandable. It's a fun ride. It's a fun ride with Cosmic Kitten. That's for certain. That's for certain. Um, Uly, do you own any Cosmic Kitten merchandise? If so, what do you got? Do you recall what you first bought? And do you got a favorite piece?
Yeah, I have. I just bought one of the Nirvana cat T-shirts.
Ah, nice,
Um,
nice.
I also have this. Hold on a second.
Oh shit. What is it, folks? What do you think it is?
It's pretty latched in. Hold on.
Oh shit. All right, all right, all right. What the fuck is it? What is it,
This was a gift from Karen,
folks?
and it's hanging in the studio.
Hey!
Yeah, there you
Check it
go. So you
out!
have it.
Fuck yeah! That's
Mine's better.
awesome! Of course,
This
of
one's better.
course. Of course, that's fair. You're the guest. You get you're it's fair, it's fair. That's awesome. That's too funny. That's awesome.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
this is one of my favorite things, and I have a bunch of buttons and stuff. Yeah.
uh, nice. Um and this is the point where we're going to show the folks at home. We're not going to beat around the bush here, Uly. We have stuff that you are going to share with us right now, or rather, I'm going to share on behalf of you. We're going to have a little talk about it.
It's top secret.
It's top secret. The secret's
Never
out,
before
ladies and
seen.
gentlemen. The
I don't
secret.
think they even know it exists.
Oh boy. Well, then this is going to be quite the little surprise for those little punks. Just you wait,
Busted.
folks. Busted. Uh, hey, where did it go? Oh man.
Uh-oh.
No. OBS Studio is a very, very particular. So I'm just gonna have to do this little thing right here, folks. Bear with me, and then this little thing right here, and this little thing right here, and then this little thing right here, and then we're going to show and
Oh.
tell. All right. So, what the hell? Okay, you see this? Why is it at the end? Check this out. This is just a GIF, but what's Zach doing here? He looks like he's doing his super twirly twirly deal. Is this is this in laundry room?
That's the boomerang.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Is this in laundry room recording though?
Yeah. Yeah. Is it? You're not going to show it though, right? Or you're going to show it, or I don't know.
Oh, you have to check the
Oh,
share screen.
I have to push the button that says watch stream.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
My
Oh yeah.
It's doing the twirly
Oh
thing,
yeah.
the boomerang. This is laundry room recording. These are your drums, I'm reckoning.
No, those are Zach's drums.
What the?
Yeah, those are his. I don't know if he. I think he might have changed them, right, or bought
Okay.
another.
It's been
But
a
that's
while.
what he recorded the album with.
Oh, yeah. I'm tripping.
I don't.
How come? Oh man.
Do I have to undo it?
No, I have to find a way to move to the next post, but mysteriously, this is a nightmare. Let me.
The PowerPoint. The next PowerPoint.
Yes, the next PowerPoint is right here, which you can't see, of course, because I closed the other one. Not a professional, ladies and gentlemen. I am not a professional. I never said I was. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is Zach.
I had more pictures. That's a great picture. I think I had more.
You do. You have. This is obviously the
I have.
same.
I just couldn't find any. Oh, okay.
Let me turn that volume down a little bit. this is part of the process. So
There it is.
This is
That's the,
sorry, go ahead.
well, that's the tape machine right there that has the tracks, and we're in the process of recording. They're in mid, just started the take right now. That's the board. That's the live room.
There's Zach.
And as you see, there's Zach, there's Karen, and you see Dylan.
Dylan. Last week's guest,
Dylan.
ladies and gentlemen. Last week's guest.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I heard you guys did a 5-day interview. Is that what it was?
It almost. It was 5 hours, and it's not, and it's about halfway done. It is.
Oh.
Dylan had, as a former member of the band, had just such vast amounts of insight that simply the average fan, including myself, of course, could not possibly give. This is right now the song that we were actually playing in the background before I paused to play this. So, wow, this is just a massive monstrosity of equipment here.
Yeah.
It's just so mind-boggling for someone like me. Someone who is more into the technical side of things might very well be looking at this and going, wow, I need to go to laundry room recording right now.
Like right now.
Think like right this very second. Don't interrupt the interview, but wait till we're done and then come and see Uly. I don't know what his schedule, but I'm sure he'll be fine with it. Man.
So yeah, that board is from the 70s.
God damn.
A lot of projects have been done on that. I didn't get it till 2000 though.
Well, nevertheless. But still, damn. At over 40 years old and still quality music.
Yeah. And it's still here.
Oh, is Karen kneeling?
I can't see it. Do I have to click watch the stream?
Oh, hell yes.
Right,
damn it. Sorry. I did it again, folks. It's my fault.
It's all your fault.
No, it is. It is. But there we go. I thought Karen was kneeling for some reason. I don't know, but maybe I'm tripping. How many takes did this song take? Do you remember?
I think because we only had a limited amount of tape, so we never kept any outtakes. So if we had to do it over again, we would record over it.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that I don't remember exactly, but I think if we probably did 2 takes tops, if anything.
Damn.
I doubt we ever did 3 takes of anything. Yeah, because we would just record. We didn't have the tape is hard to find.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, they had a reel of their own, and they said they had their own tape. So when they sent me the spreadsheet with all the songs and the running times, they clocked in at way over 45 minutes. So the tape at the speed we were using it at only holds about 34 minutes. So I had to scramble and find the same tape so that we can do the rest of the record on at the last minute, which was maybe a night or 2 before. But I did it. I was able to find the exact proper tape to match what they had. I just got lucky.
Yeah, that sounds like a big piece of luck right there. Oh,
Hmm.
Looks like it's Zach again.
It's Zach.
Hello, Zach. Making a standard Zach face. Oh, Zach is just
I
watching.
didn't I didn't recognize him because he has color. He's had colored hair for a while. I haven't
Yeah,
seen him
yeah.
with black hair. He hasn't had dark black hair in a while, or dark hair.
Not straight up. No. This is a classic. This is classic
Actually,
Zach.
when I found the photo, I had to double check. I go, "Is that him?"
Like, wait a
I
minute. What the
go,
fuck?
"Yeah."
Yeah.
And then also the drum kit. I don't know if he still uses that one, but it didn't. Yellow didn't. It didn't. I couldn't remember a yellow kit or
That's
that he's
why I'm
playing now. I don't.
tripping. I think that isn't that his. I think that's his dad's drums, if I'm not mistaken, or am I losing my mind? I don't know. I feel like I've seen them before, but they're not. Watch. Zach will watch this and go, "No, those are actually totally my drums, except the drum, like the bass drum head, is obviously different. And that's it." And I'm gonna be like, "Well, that's why I take ginkgo biloba." Um, what's next
And
here?
actually, I'm surprised that there was only that. I thought there was maybe more drums. That's a pretty small kit. Not small. I mean, it's big drums, but yeah.
I simply don't
And
know.
there's Karen.
There's this butt head on the guitar. There's Zach.
There's Zach.
Well, what was going on here? Let's watch this again. What was going on here?
I'm not sure. I think we're doing guitar overdubs, and they were just probably discussing a part, or I see he has a guitar, so maybe he was suggesting things.
Hmm. I think that sounds like Pause was playing in the background, or am I tripping?
Was it?
Oh no, I think Karen was playing a little bit on the guitar there. Bing bing bing. Sound like that? Bing 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 bing. Or maybe once again, I don't know what I'm talking about. How about this one? Let's take a look at this one. This
Yeah,
is them playing Fighter.
it's a good song too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's it. And then
Yeah, that was. I couldn't find the original without the sticker, and I know it was part of.
no,
Sometimes
that's
uh,
oh, that's all good.
it was a long time ago.
We
It
are
was
fortunate.
ages ago.
We are fortunate enough to have these relics with us today, and those that everyone is appreciative of it. Hey, why don't since we're almost at the end here, why don't you advertise some of the things that you've done? I've also noticed that you've Zach would tout it quite a bit that you had worked with other noteworthy bands in the past, i.e., the Offspring.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That notwithstanding is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I heard it was about. I think it was the 30th anniversary of that album. Um, yeah, I mean, I started in the '90s and started off as an assistant, and I remember, back then they would just throw you to the lions if you wanted to work, and either you learn how to do this stuff so they can keep putting you on projects, and that's how they would test you. And I, first project they threw me on, I believe, was I was working with Chicago, the band Chicago, which the same guy who produced The Offspring was mixing. It was a live concert, and then he liked me. Uh, I guess he liked my work, so he hired me to work with um, the Offspring record. And I mean, it's been all over the place. I at the time, Death Row booked a studio, so I was doing work with Tupac, and I worked on Warren G's first album, and met Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Dr. Dre was hanging around, and Suge Knight was there. And
And you
then
live to tell the tale.
I did, and I actually, I just kept splitting as soon as I like a little more organization when I'm working, and so I ended up leaving to I just wanted to work. I didn't want to sit around, and
Yeah,
wait.
that's
There was a
fair.
lot of waiting involved. So I ended up working at a country studio where I worked with Dwight Yoakam and Little Richard, and um, among some of the artists I was doing that. I always had like 3 or 4 different studios where I was freelancing at, and ended up at a jazz studio, just to just I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to keep working. I didn't want any um, downtime in my life, you know. So I was always made myself available. I would just live out of my calendar. It's like, oh, today you're going to be at Entourage Studios. Oh, next week you're going to be at Stag Street. Oh, this day you're going to be at Mad Dog Studios. So I would just book myself tightly like I do now, and I would just show up and do whatever needed to be done. Um, what else? The last studio I worked at, that was also, it was jazz oriented. I worked for a producer that was doing a lot of smooth jazz. And the studio became popular with the new metal bands. I was working with a lot of new metal bands,
That's a very
which include.
interesting transition.
Oh yeah, I was all over
Smooth
the
jazz to
place. Like,
metal.
yeah, I remember bands like Cold Chamber would book, uh, bands like Spine Shank, and I remember Korn was in. I was in there with Korn, not the actual. One of the guys was producing a project that was on their label, so they were all there at different times, but I was
Fuck.
working on Korn music.
Yeah, yeah.
you know, uh, I did a little here and there. Bands like Orgy would come
Oh
in,
wow.
and it's just all over. One day would be that, and another day would be like, a movie project, like a project for Disney, which is
Shit.
Muzak, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was um, it was always interesting.
But the best people you've worked with, bar none, hands down, are of course Cosmic Kitten, right? Say yes.
Absolutely,
Of course.
yes.
Un- I didn't even have to coach him. I didn't have to coach him, folks. You didn't hear anything. Absolutely. Well, I guess you know what. We usually do end the podcast with advertising what you're currently doing. What bands are you currently working with right now? Just run off some names.
Okay, I just finished a project for a band called the Gimps,
The Gimps.
out of the IE. I just finished a band called Dreaming in a False Reality, which is more of like a punky emo thing. It's a really great album that just came out. I worked with a band called Deviated State. It was more hardcore, like really hardcore. Um, I did a band called Cook, which is more of a progressive rock band. Um, a lot of cool projects. Last year I did this band called the Runts that they seem to be really popular with the kids. Um, and that's really hard, heavy stuff too. Um, I'm going to be doing a jazz project next month with the Tape Machine. First
Smooth,
time in a while. Gonna be
smooth
no,
jazz.
it's not. No, it's going to
Oh,
be more traditional prog jazz. I think smooth jazz is done, unless it's
fair
it's
enough.
going to make it.
Well, you know what? Grunge came back. Maybe there'll be a post-smooth jazz revival.
I also did a cool goth band.
Oh.
They were called. I forgot what they were called. They changed their name. I can't remember, but yeah,
Changed
you're gonna have to dig up my Instagram and see. But yeah, they did some really cool songs.
So basically, an eclectic assortment of all sorts of things are on your plate right now.
It's pretty eclectic, and I like to keep it that way. Like I like all the genres, but I'm not gonna lie. It's like sometimes people just think I work on punk or rock stuff, and that's cool. I like that too. But there's times where it's like, oh, this guy, I don't think he's the right person because he works on thrash or whatever, or doesn't matter.
You need to check the credentials, folks.
Credentials.
The credentials. It doesn't matter if you're working for Warner Brothers or Nickelodeon, whether you're working for Pixar or for some guy down the street. Laundry Room Recording. They'll clean your fucking clock.
Yeah.
I think with the kind of advertising stuff that we are officially done this podcast,
Excellent.
Uly. Psych! Because we have bonus Cosmic Kitten questions! You are not prepared unless you've seen any of the past 8 episodes. Hey, Uly, what Cosmic Kitten song would you love to hear sing for karaoke? You know how on YouTube they have those like lyrics karaoke videos? Pop one on.
Yeah.
You want to do a Cosmic Kitten song? Which one is it?
Me?
Yes.
You don't want to hear me do.
But you have to. Like, let's say there's it's like the movie Speed. If you don't sing the song, Laundry Room Recording blows up.
Maybe I'll do a bunch of Speed and then pick a song.
And then I would probably suggest Count Me In. What's your favorite music video? Cosmic Kid music video.
I think I like Mother Father.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We already established this. Sorry.
Oh no, Broken Kneecaps is great too. I like when he smashes the TV. No wait, that's Fever.
That's Fever.
Fever.
Yes.
That's when he smashes the TV.
Guess what, Uly? I can't believe you gave that answer. You know why? That is the song currently playing in the background.
Oh, so I thought you were going to say I get a free TV.
You get a free TV. All you have to do is go to Walmart and cut off the security tags and be very careful about it.
Or do that thing where you scan it as a cucumber. Or what was it? Or
a bag of chips or something. Oh, yeah. It's like, well, I got this receipt right here. Bye.
See you later.
See you later. We have some fan questions here. These are like former guests on the show. And they have questions. Via Nick Attack, if you could see any 2 bands perform with Cosmic Kitten, which bands would you choose? They can be living, they can be dead, they can be broken up, they can be known, they can be unknown.
The Dickies.
The Dickies. And
I don't know, Metallica.
Metallica. If anything would get Cosmic Kitten's name on a worldwide, to a worldwide audience, it would be that show.
Yeah.
Via Death of Nescafe, you have a millisecond to record a ringtone off the radio. Okay? It's a Cosmic Kitten song. They're playing for one night only. It's near the end of the song. Okay? So you have to choose but what song are you going to choose? What song is going to be your ringtone / notification sound?
Probably Broken Kneecaps.
I think
the chorus.
Of course. I mean, like, think of it like your phone's ringing. You know, I walk up with broken kneecaps, and then, like, you know, except sung like a normal person would sing. Not how I would sing it. And then that would get you jazzed. You're like, oh, I actually want to answer the phone. But I want to wait for the song to play a little bit longer, and then I'll answer the phone.
Hopefully it doesn't ring. Hopefully it doesn't ring while you're at the grocery store, and, you know, that would be awkward.
Oh, no, that's the best time. Then you go, hey, did you like what you heard? And then you tell them, about where to find Cosmic Kitten, and you converted another person.
There you go.
via Nick Patches, what is the first thing that caught your attention to Cosmic Kitten? We kind of dabbled on this, but let's kind of like go on a more laser pointed. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, I think that they were doing grunge, and that was kind of a new thing that was a thing they were bringing back, giving back to the kids. So I thought that was interesting. Like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of most of the grunge bands on the first time around. I only liked maybe a handful. Not everybody was considered grunge. Like, I didn't think Nirvana was considered grunge.
Oh, really?
What do I know? But what do I know?
Well,
I saw them twice.
That's 2 more times than I have, so I will say that you would be the authority over me. I think, well, for example, Pearl Jam, some people say that's grunge, and I don't think so. I think they're great, but I don't know if I would consider it. So I think grunge is kind of like more like like the alternative, like how music, there's alternative music, but no one can really truly define it. They'll say this is, and they seem to be almost completely different. So maybe in a sense that's kind of like grunge. Like maybe this is like the predecessor to grunge, and then as it spawned, it kind of made different types of sub-grunge that maybe each sound a little bit different, or maybe a lot different. I don't know what I'm talking about, Uly. I'm not an expert on music, so what am I even talking about? I will.
We have to ask the Cosmic Kittens what grunge is.
Oh my God, I will ask them what grunge is. They'll have to answer when they see this YouTube video. They'll have to put it in the. They'll have to send a response.
They're gonna say Creed, Creed, Collective Soul, right?
I will chase them with a spiked flail. Via CLC Leva, if you, Uly, were a member of Cosmic Kitten, what instrument would you like to play? Doesn't matter if you don't currently know it.
Guitar.
Guitar. So 2 guitars, a bass, and a drum.
Yeah, we'll do some harmonies.
Fuck yeah, why not?
Iron Maiden harmonies.
Iron Maiden. Hey, via Hanging Out with Petey, if you would like to see Cosmic Kitten play on a late night talk show, what one would you like to see them perform at?
The Jon Stewart Show.
Nice.
From the 90s.
Well, of course. No, what? He can come back. He's still alive.
Yeah, bring it back.
Fuck yeah. Via Poyo Boy 6, if you could, based on Cosmic Kitten lyrics, what would the next Cosmic Kitten song lyrics look like? In other words, if you could, right now, think of something that a lyric that you could think would be in a Cosmic Kitten song.
This guy.
That would be in a Cosmic Kitten song. It's like a clown cat.
They need to write this song.
At least give it a title. Give them the title for it. It's just a picture. The title's just the cat emoji.
Cosmic Kitties? I don't know.
Cosmic Kitties. Cosmic Kitty Clowns, yeah. That one. I don't know about yours, but this one came to Earth and joined the circus.
Are these questions live right now from people who are, or
no,
were these?
These are past guests.
Just
past guests.
Oh, okay.
And you two will add one. You two will be adding one to the list once we end this stream, which will be pretty soon, for real.
The band U2.
Yeah. Via Dylan Falcon, if you had to spend one day on tour with Cosmic Kitten, what city would that be in?
England.
England. Why not?
The city of England.
They've already been there, so they can show you around. They know where some of the stuff is. Why not? where punk, I don't know if punk rock originated from there, but they had their own rise of punk, so a lot of history there. You get to see guy from Joy Division, whose name I completely forget. They'll kill me for that one too, but the one.
Which
who
one?
Peter
Hook.
Ian.
Peter Hook.
Ian.
Isn't he dead?
Yes.
He's a little bit dead.
Yeah. No, they didn't go see him, but they went to go see a place. I think some sort of memorial type place or whatever there.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I forgot his name. Ian something.
Ian. Ian. What am I doing? Joy Division. Ian Curtis. Thank you. I did it with the help of Google. Now we're gonna get a little bit existential, metaphysical. We're almost at the end. We got only 2 more questions left. For real, Scout's honor. Uly, what does Cosmic Kitten mean to you? Your answer can pertain to them as individuals, as a band, as a concept, as quadratic formulas, as chili recipes. The sky is the limit. There are no wrong answers. What does Cosmic Kitten mean to Uly Noriega of Laundry Room Recording?
The future of rock and roll.
Oh, that's what we love to hear. No wrong answers, and that's the rightest one. I'm pretty sure I've said that a bunch of times, but it still holds true. Finally, Uly, what makes you a Cosmic Kitten?
Guilty by association.
A sensational answer, if ever there was one. And just so simple, so perfect, and so true. And all that simply means, Uly, is that we have successfully not done a 5-hour video. And in fact, this is just over 1 hour, 1/5. We have gotten through it all. And I just want to say thank you so... Wait, whoa, what am I doing? What am I saying? You have to give a message to the kids out there and also a message, personal message to Cosmic Kitten. And then we're going to wrap this up.
Message to Cosmic Kitten. Thank you for including me and, trusting me to help deliver and make your record. And to the kids, stay in school.
Stay in school if you enjoy what you're doing, but otherwise do not drop out for no reason. Sure, that's great. Thank you so much for being here. An absolute pleasure to have had you on. We're gonna have links in the description below to where people can find you, seek you out, and record their music with you.
Awesome.
It'll be in the description below, folks. But with that being said, I'm telling you right now, on behalf of Uly of Laundry Room Recording and Spooky Helder, we are returning to the mothership.